What's going on with you right now, Reaudy?
Nothing much. Just trying to get those grades up to stay on the basketball team. Just hoping. And speaking of the basketball team, I'm hoping to start.
Got you. Got you. So, this is your second year of basketball. How are things going for you right now? You've been in practice for what, a month? About a month. And how are things going for you?
Things are going pretty good. We recently played a team scrimmage, and I got a score and a steal. It was really nice.
That's good. That's good. That's your. Was that your first score in a team scrimmage?
Yes.
And was that your first steal in a team scrimmage?
Yes.
Good job. So you getting better. You getting better. So that's good. Let's talk more about that team scrimmage. The team that you were on, did y'all win?
Yes, we actually did.
That's good, man. That's good that you were on the winning side. So yeah, basketball is going on right now. And speaking of basketball, your first game is in a couple of days on Tuesday. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm really excited. Really excited to show them what I can do again.
If you get an opportunity to get out there on the court, let's talk about that as far as, so did they pick starters yet?
Oh, no. Well, no, they haven't announced yet. I don't really think they ever will, actually.
Okay, so...
every position is up for the taking.
Right. So I guess you won't know if you start or not until the actual game and they call players out on the court, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to be some anticipation there as far as, will I be one of the starters called, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your gut feeling right now? Do you think you'll be a starter or what?
I think I'll be close to a starter. I think I'll be like one of the players that get in after one play.
Okay, after a little bit. Okay. All right, well, I'm hoping that you be a starter. Even if you're not and you get into the game, just the important thing is just making the most of your opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and taking advantage of your opportunity. So what's your favorite sport?
I would think my favorite sport right now has to be basketball.
Right now?
Yes, now.
Over football?
Well, right now, yeah.
So which sport do you like the most?
Football.
I knew you was going to say that. So let's talk about, basketball, that can actually help you with football, right?
Yes.
Yeah? What ways do you think basketball can help you become a better football player?
Well, I would think just my juking skills and my strength and my speed, because when I'm running down the court.
Yeah, it can help you out with your speed. You were saying that you guys do some conditioning stuff in practice, right? So,
yes.
Even running back and forth across the court. And what do I always tell you when you're running back and forth with your teammates across the court?
I always have to be first.
You always have to be first, right? So that right there is going to help your speed, just competing with other kids, running back and forth across the court. As long as you're determined in your brain, I always use that word all the time, determination. As long as you're determined in your brain to be first, that right there is just going to help your speed, just competing at a high level.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were saying that you guys do some other conditioning stuff that helps with speed stuff as well, some other stuff. So, but strength, you had me a little confused with that one, but just talk about strength since you mentioned that word when I mentioned basketball and how it can help you with football.
Well, I think that strength helps me with football, because in basketball you have to have enough strength to get the ball up, and in football you need to have enough strength to trucking stiff arm.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you can develop some strength in your wrist.
Yes.
And in your arm. Like if you're shooting from far,
Yeah.
I don't know if your coach uses a medicine ball, like we used the other day. As far as taking we used a 15-pound medicine ball, and I had you shoot like 40 times, right?
Yeah.
So you can develop strength in your wrist and your arm that way. And then what we did was I had you do pull-ups right afterwards. You know, while your arms are tired, and you can develop that will accelerate the developing strength process as well. Let's stay on that theme as far as how basketball can help you. You mentioned footwork, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely footwork, because
You know, like when a person's in front of you, you can like cross over.
mm-hmm.
You can cross over. Yeah, you cross over. You can between the legs. You can behind the back. You can. Yeah.
Right, and there's a certain type of footwork that you need to do when you're doing those moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basketball can definitely help you with footwork. You know, so I'm just, for one, as your parent, I'm excited to see you go through this process with being on the basketball team and playing games and continuing to develop at practice. Let's talk about places you feel like, as far as basketball, where do you feel like you need to, as we stand right here, right now, improve on?
I think I need to improve on just like being patient, because sometimes I get too anxious and I try reaching for the ball and they get past me. So I think I just need to work on just being patient when playing on defense.
Yeah, that's good. Just be fundamentally sound. When you play defense, to get down, put your arms out,
Mm-hmm.
move your feet, shuffle your feet, right?
Yeah.
And just as long as you play good defense, there's going to be opportunities for you to steal the ball. So just have faith in your fundamentals, like I said, and you'll get an opportunity to steal the ball. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but just try not to press too hard that, I need to get it still, because you don't. Even if you don't get it still and you play good defense, shuffling your feet and putting your arms out, putting your arms up, the guy that you're guarding, he might miss the shot. You might not get it still, but as long as the guy misses the shot and doesn't score, that'll be a win for you. Playing defense, and a win for your team. So don't think that you got to get it still to be successful on defense, because you don't. Okay. All right. And is there any other places that you feel like you need to improve on as well?
I would just think like dribbling with my head up,
Mm-hmm.
so I can see the other people if they're open.
Yeah.
And look at the rim if I'm trying to make a layup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like being able to dribble with your head up 100% of the time? You think you can do that?
Yes, I think I can do that.
Mm-hmm. So what's stopping you from doing it right now?
Just like really, it's just like it's really just because like I don't want to look up, because every time I look up I kind of like lose my dribble.
What I would tell you is just be confident in yourself.
Okay.
There's people that, grown-ups even, me even, if I'm able to lose my dribble if I'm looking up, but I'm not going to allow that to deter me from not looking up anymore. I'm still going to look up. I'm still going to try to dribble and do the best I can. So you may look up and use your dribble, but don't let that deter you, or don't let that shatter your confidence. Just continue to have faith in yourself that you can look up and dribble, make the correct pass, and go where you need to go. Okay?
Okay.
Don't let that just shake you up. All right?
Okay.
All right. Is there any other places that you feel like you need to improve on in basketball?
Not really. Not really.
Mm-hmm. What about shooting? You feel like, so let's talk about shooting. How do you feel about your shooting right now?
I think I'm very confident in my shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because after shooting that medicine ball, I've been able to shoot very far. I can even make 3-point shots now.
Yeah, I see you make a couple of 3-point shots when we was at the basketball court, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we can continue to shoot the medicine ball since that's helped you out. Let's continue to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Maybe we'll put that in today.
Okay.
All right. So what else you got going on right now?
Well, I just started football 7-on-7 football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm excited to go back to the same team. Just to like because my mindset is like I'm gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
And people's not gonna even know who I am.
That's great. Yeah. Always continue to get better. Always. That should be in the back of your mind at all times. Just getting better. You know, even you might be in the NFL for like 6 years and you still want to just get better. You know, and that's the mind state that people in the NFL they have too. At least the great ones. They're always just trying to figure out ways that they can improve and get better as a football player. Even Patrick Mahomes. You know, that's how they stay great. That's how they stay on top. Because they're always trying to figure out a way to get better. So that's great. We just went to the field. Speaking of 7-on-7 in football, let's talk about what we did yesterday when we went to the field. Let's just talk about a little bit about that. How we always go to the field so that you can practice football and basketball. Yesterday, we met a couple kids there, right? And you were able to compete with them in some things. We did some football stuff where you guys we had 4 cones, and we had a person with the ball, and we had 2 defenders. 1 defender in front of the person with the ball, and another defender in back of that defender, and you had to get past the 2 guys, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me just start off by saying I love it personally when you go to the field, especially the park that we go to, because I know there's always going to be kids there that you can compete against and get reps against. You know what reps means, right?
Yeah.
So I love that because it's reps, doing it over and over and over again, and getting better at a certain thing. So let's talk about what we did yesterday. Where do you feel like? And I also like it because you get to see your faults too. When you're competing with another kid, I'm sitting back and watching. I'm seeing where you can get better at and where we can work on stuff moving forward. What about you? Are you just out there playing, or are you recognizing things that you can improve on as well?
Well, I am recognizing things that I can improve on to get better, and hopefully start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Use that to start.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why those opportunities to compete with a kid in a park is so important. So you can see the places and the things that you can get better at. Just standing back watching. Let's talk about yesterday and the things that we did first in football. The things that I feel like you can improve on is when you had the ball and you had to get past the 2 defenders. After you make the first defender miss, exploding to the open part of the field so you can get past the second defender. I know you mentioned yesterday that you want to have 1 long run every game this year, right? With you being running back, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be crucial. Say the first defender yesterday was the linebacker. You got past him. Now you're going to have to get past who once you pass the linebacker?
The safety.
The safety, or maybe a cornerback. So it's just getting past him and then using your explosiveness and your acceleration to get past the cornerback or the safety so you can get your one long run that you want every game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we need to improve on. Because you had it, like yesterday when I was sitting back watching, you had the first guy, boom. Now, just use your explosiveness to get to the open end as fast as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. So that's something that we need to get better at before the 11U tackle football season starts. You need to get better at that. And I know how to get better. I know how you can get better at that. I was looking on online, ladders, footwork, cones. So I can put maybe this hurdle down. There's things they call hurdles. They're like this big. And it's quick feet, explode to a cone, cut off the cone, explode back to the ladder, quick feet, and then explode. Make a move. That's how you're going to get your long run on 11U. Make a move, explode, make a move, explode, make a move, explode. So you don't have to make a move. Oh, let me, make another move. You want to always be able to rely on your explosive ability. The ability to get from 0 to top speed before anybody can get you. So even if they have two hands out trying to grab you, because you're moving so fast, you're still going to break that tackle. So that's one place I felt like you can get better at. As far as the football, is there any other places that you feel like you can get better at?
Well, as far as football, I feel like places that I get better at, it's just like, just don't fumble handoffs, make sure you have the right pocket, make sure that when you see a hole, make sure to burst, and just like be confident in my footwork and my speed.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the one-on-ones yesterday. You guys did some wide receiver cornerback one-on-ones, right?
Yes.
Did you get any interceptions?
No.
Okay. So where you feel like you can get better at that?
Well, I feel like I can get better at getting interceptions by just making sure to stay with the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the quarterback.
Right.
And jump high.
Right. Did you look at the quarterback yesterday?
Yes.
Why?
Because I thought I don't really know. I didn't know what I was doing.
What do you mean you didn't know what you were doing? We've been doing wide receiver cornerback stuff for years now.
I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
What?
To put his hand on my pocket so I can feel him and look at the quarterback.
Well, you want to look back at the quarterback when he looks back at the quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you look back at the quarterback when he looked, or did you look on your own?
I looked on my own.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing. You know that by now, right?
Yes.
You know you ain't supposed to look back at the quarterback until he does, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you look back at the quarterback on your own?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. You look back at the quarterback because you wanted to, basically.
Yes.
Okay. How do we stop that so we're not doing that no more?
Well, one way to stop it is by just paying attention to directions and just look at the quarterback when the receiver looks at the quarterback.
Right. Look at the quarterback when the receiver looks at the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Right. Super important. So, moving forward, because you're in 7-on-7, and the next practice y'all might do 1-on-1s.
Yeah.
Right. So, are you gonna? Is that done? Is that done with?
Yes, that is done
Okay. When you look back at the quarterback yesterday before the receiver, did you get beat?
Yes.
Okay. But you said that's over with now, right?
Yes.
So if your next 7-on-7 practice coming up maybe in a couple of days or something like that, you're not looking at the quarterback no more. Well, until the receiver looks at the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Let's see. I'll be watching. I'll be watching to see if you're gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. So, you didn't get any interceptions, and you know me. I think you should be getting interceptions. Every time you do one-on-ones, I think you should be getting interceptions. You feel like, do you agree or disagree with me?
I agree.
Speak your truth.
I agree.
Okay, why do you agree?
Because like you said, if I look at the quarterback before the wide receiver does, I could get beat.
Right. But looking at your athletic ability, you looking at your ability, why do you think you should get an interception every time you do one-on-ones?
Because if I do get beat, I can catch up to him.
Why?
Because I'm explosive and fast.
That's true. That's true. Just as long as you turn on the jets. Turn on the jets. You know, I don't know if it might be my confidence in you. I have the most confidence in the world in you. Like, I have the utmost confidence in you and what you can do. So when a quarterback throws the ball, if you're in a receiver's hip pocket and that quarterback throws that ball, I have the utmost confidence that you can run in front of the receiver and either bat the ball down or get an interception. Did you get your hands on any passes yesterday?
No.
See, to me, that's unacceptable because I know what you can do. I know what you can do. You're fast. You jump high. You've been practicing cornerback since you've been 6 years old or around there. As long as you stick to what you've been taught, like not looking at the quarterback until the receiver looks at the quarterback, good things will happen for you, like batting the ball down, getting interceptions. You know what I mean? And you was going up against a kid that yesterday, he played a little bit of football, but not that much. So I feel like you should be dominating when it comes to going up against competition like that. Now the other kid, you know, he plays football. You know, so you know, and I don't know where he's at in his development for me to pass judgment on. Okay, you should be dominating him or whatnot. I don't know. You know, yeah, but I'm just glad you were able to compete against those kids yesterday while we're at the park. That's something I want you to do often, and you need to do often, is compete, and get those reps in. So then when 11U does start up, whether you're playing defense or running back or receiver or whatever, you're going to have so many reps in that you should be at the top of your game. At the top of your game. And what else did we do yesterday while we was at the park? We played some basketball. Let's talk about the basketball we played. You guys played how many games? 2 or 3? Or how many games did you play?
We played like 3.
Hey, 3 games. Let's talk about them. It was 3-on-3, 2-on-2. What was?
It was like 2. It was like 2-on-2. I wasn't able to. Excuse me. Sorry. I wasn't able to get any shots, sadly, but I got some passes. I got to dribble the ball.
You had to dribble the ball, right? So let's talk about the first game we played. It was a 3-on-3 game, right?
Mhm.
I was on your team.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about playing a basketball game, a competitive basketball game, 3-on-3 with your dad on the same team as you? Let's talk about that.
It feels good to be on the same team. So I'm learning stuff from you. I learned some stuff from you while we played.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
I learned you did the jump step move. I seen that.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen that you keep your feet shuffling the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that I can stay in front of the defender. Although I was tired. That was my first time playing a basketball game like that. Probably about in a year since we were up at the other hoop court up the street. And this was when you were playing on that basketball team. Remember we went up there?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the coach had the kids playing a 5-on-5, but I ended up jumping in and the coach jumped in. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and that was the first time I played a basketball game in like 4 or 5 years. So, and I know as I continue to play, I'll get better, but I was just exhausted out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know the guy was guarding. He scored a couple points on me, but
He was pretty younger.
he was younger. And plus, I was just tired, man. Like, that was my first time. When you don't play basketball and you play basketball, you're going to be tired. I mean, you know this.
Yeah.
You know this. I mean, you're in shape right now because you're constantly going to practice and playing, but I probably played about 2 basketball games in a total of 6 years. I was tired.
Yeah.
You know, he was scoring on me because I was tired. Like, if I get my endurance up, there's nobody that's really going to really score on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I scored a couple of times too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, hey, you might score on me, but I scored on him back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to always get my payback. All right, I had like 2 points. We lost, which sucks, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we want to compete. We always want to win, but, you know, it's basketball, football is a team game. But I appreciate you seeing stuff that you can, you know, just taking stuff from me and learning from me. But how'd you, like other than that, like, the experience about playing on the same team as your dad, man, let's talk about that some more, man. Like for me, it's awesome. I love playing on the same team as you.
Same here.
I do, because that's something I wish that I could have had a dad to do with. You know, I know y'all don't know, but I lost my dad when I was 7 years old. So just going through this whole fatherhood thing is very special to me. It's very special to me, you know. Yeah, I would have been super hyped if I would have been able to play a basketball game with my dad. Because I love sports. I've been loving sports ever since I could remember. You know, I'm 3 years old, 2 years old. Ever since I had a memory, I've just always loved sports. And when growing up, I played competitively. I played baseball and football. I never played on a hoop team. I never played on a hoop team, but I played hoops a lot growing up. Just going to the basketball court, playing with friends. I did that a whole lot. That's how I became, you know, okay. I wouldn't say good, but okay. But just organized sports, I played baseball and football. But yeah, so that's an awesome experience for me, being able to play on the same team as you. Yeah, so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the game. So you played another game after that with some other kids. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, it was cool. I got to play with some other kids that are probably more experienced than me. Learned some other things. It was fun.
Mm-hmm. And was that 2-on-2 or 3-on-3?
That was like 2-on-2.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys win or lose?
I think we lost.
You think we lost? You lost, actually. I was watching. I was sitting on that sideline with with one of the kids that was out there playing with his dad, and we were talking and about what you guys were doing and everything like that. So, did you end up scoring in that game?
No, I don't think so.
I remember you hit a shot.
I missed it though.
The one from the side? You might have scored like once.
I don't remember.
Okay, all right. So, but you were going up against kids that were bigger than you. How'd you feel about that?
Well, I feel good about that since they're probably like big, they're probably a little bit slower than me. I could probably like get around the edge faster than them or something.
Let's talk about it from a competitive from a competitive match state. Going up a kid that's obviously bigger than you. Does that make you want to play harder, or do you second guess yourself more? How's that? How you feel about that?
I want to play harder because so I can match the strength that I have with his since he's bigger.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it has nothing to do with how big the kid is. You know, because you don't know where his skills is at until he gets out there and plays. So, just don't hold back if a kid is bigger than you. Turn around a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't hold back. All right.
Okay.
Did you learn anything from that game playing that 2-on-2 with the bigger kids? Did you learn anything?
No, not really.
Okay. And you got in the third game was between you and the other kid that we met at the park, and you lost during that game. So let's talk about that. Like, why do you think you lost that game?
Just reaching.
Yeah, just
Same
reaching.
thing,
Yeah. So you're not gonna do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't do that anymore. Don't play defense like that. Don't reach for steals. Just stay in front. Put your arms open. Get down. Shuffle your feet. All right.
Okay.
Make sure he stays in front of you. Right. Okay. All right. So what about when you were on offense? I mean, I know your defense. You wasn't playing defense like you needed to, but what about making up for it when you got the ball on offense? What happened there?
Well, I scored a shot.
You scored. Yeah, you did score.
Mm-hmm.
What about scoring again so that you can stay, so the score can be close?
Yeah, I did it. I did it though.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get an opportunity to continue to compete against that kid and other kids that come to the park. I love seeing you out there competing against other kids, getting better. So hopefully you can continue to do that, because that's my favorite part. I was telling my wife the other day, that's my favorite part, because it has everything you want. There's kids there that you're able to compete against. There's a track if you want to jog around the track. It got some steps. You know, I have you run up them steps so you can build calf muscles and gain speed, right? But yesterday I didn't make you run up the steps because I thought you would have football practice today, and you don't have football practice today, so I probably should have went ahead and had you run those steps. It has a park, to bring so you can play at with a slide and all that. Then it has basketball courts. It has tennis courts. My youngest daughter, she's 4, and she's taking tennis lessons right now. So sometimes I'll bring her. She'll meet with her tennis coach, and she'll take tennis lessons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my favorite park in the whole world. It has everything you need to compete and get better at whatever you're trying to do as far as basketball, tennis, and football and running, stuff like that. What else is going on right now? You're doing of course you're training. Let's talk about what's going on.
My eyes. Pollen allergy.
Yeah, there's no allergies in here. There's no allergies in here right now. We're in the house. I don't know. Maybe allergic to cats or something. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the off-season training you're doing on right now. Whether it be going to the field, running the steps, or training in the house. Like, tell the people how you train right now.
Well. Some ways I train in the house. I lift the medicine ball. I do my push-ups. I do my sit-ups. Just my pull-ups and the regular stuff.
Yeah, well, you reverse lunges.
Oh yeah, reverse lunges too.
Yeah, what else you do?
I jump up the steps.
You jump up the steps. We're going to do that today, as a matter of fact. This is, you've been wanting to do legs. You asked me yesterday or the day before, let's do legs. So we're going to do the reverse lunges and jump up the steps. Right? Okay. All right. You do your pull-ups, overhand, underhand. How's that working out? How's that working out for you?
Well, it's working out pretty good. You know, just getting stronger and stuff.
In what ways can you like working out? Do you like working out?
Yes.
You like getting muscles and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do. It's really nice because I get better.
Yeah, and then you like to look in the mirror and flex and do all that.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with working out to look good. Working out for sports, working out to look good. You know, it helps you mentally as well. Being determined, having a goal, say 15 pull-ups, and then having that as your goal, and being determined to meet your goal, right? So you're working out your brain as well, as far as determination. So if I say do 55 push-ups, and not sure you put that as a goal in your brain, and then you be determined to meet that goal. So you're working your brain out as well, as far as being determined, right? So that's another added benefit of working out, which is good. Being determined is going to help you with anything in life. Being determined to get A's in school. Being determined to be on time for a meeting. Just being determination is I would say one of the top things that mentally you need to be successful in life. So yeah, that's what we doing, and we work out. Now I gotta be sure I give you your off days too. So when you working out with your son for so long, you get a feel and on as far as giving him a break. I know I try to take advantage of off days. You know, since he's doing so much stuff right now, he's in basketball and football. You know, Wednesday you left 2 hours of you had 2 hours of basketball practice, and you left basketball practice to go to football 7-on-7, right? So right now you're a multi-sport athlete. You play two sports right now, and I know it could be taxing, man, on you mentally and physically. But how do you let's talk about that. How do you feel about playing two sports at one right now? How do you feel about playing two sports at the same time right now?
Well, I really like being productive, just getting stuff done.
Yeah, you can take satisfaction from doing that right now, playing two sports. Right? Okay, yeah. That's good, man, being productive. I love that you love being productive, because you want to be a productive citizen in society.
Yes.
And, if you can use sports to be a productive citizen in society, then have at it. Do you feel like it's hard to do two sports right now? Do you feel like that's hard?
No, not really.
Because that could be a lot. You have, in a whole 7-day span, you have 3 days of basketball practice, basketball games, and 7-on-7 practice.
Yeah.
So you think you can go through the whole basketball and football? You think you can do it? That's cool. All right, man. I'm here. You can always lean on me to get the work in outside of basketball and football practice at home. Working out, like you said, all the stuff you do working out, and other stuff that we do as well. Sometimes I'll have you come into one of our rooms that we don't have much furniture and stuff and practice your dribbling?
Yeah, dribbling.
And what else?
And
shooting the medicine ball?
Yeah, the medicine ball.
Yeah. And you know what I was thinking about doing today?
What?
Getting the football and doing this.
Okay.
so you can learn and get better with hand what?
Hand placement.
Hand placement. So if you're running this way and the quarterback is that way and he's throwing you the ball, then you want to have your hands like this. If the quarterback is over there and he's throwing you the ball, you want to have your hands like this. You know? And maybe I'll have you do that. Work on putting your hands up late so that if the defender's on you, you can get your hands up late and get the ball before he's able to react to the pass, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's what we'll do today. You'll do your reverse lunges. Show the people out there what reverse lunges are that don't know what reverse lunges is.
Like this.
Yeah, reverse lunges.
Yeah.
So we do reverse lunges for how long?
For about 60 seconds.
60 seconds. So I'll have him do reverse lunges for 60 seconds. And then right after the 60 seconds, what do you do?
I jump up the steps.
He jumps up the steps. He skips. What do you skip? 1 or 2 steps?
3. Oh, no, 2.
He skips 2 steps. And you jump up how many steps? 20, right?
Yes, 20.
Right.
Times.
And what does that help with what?
That helps with my explosiveness.
With your explosiveness. So when you have the ball, we talked about making the linebacker miss. And then when you get to the safeties, exploding to an open part of the field. And then outrunning them to the end zone. That's going to help you get your 1 long run a game. Why not get 2 long runs a game? Why not get 3 long runs a game? Mm-hmm. Why not be the best 11U running back that's ever lived? You're only held back with what you can do. You're only held back with what you think you can't do. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So if you say you can't do something, you won't do it. But if you say you can do something, you will do it, or at least try to do it. Never hold yourself back. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So let's work on being the best. I ain't gonna put that much. This is only your 2nd year of basketball, so we just gonna go with the flow. But I'm not gonna put no limitations on you when it comes to basketball. But football, let's just be the best football player in the world. The best 11 U football player in the world. How about that?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm always going to have the utmost confidence in you. I just want you to have the utmost confidence in yourself.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. All right. So what else you got going on right now in your life? School's coming good?
Yeah, school's coming good.
You got your grades back up.
Mm-hmm.
You went through a little transition a couple months ago because you left for school and went back to your old school. So it was a little tough at first, right?
Yeah.
But you fought through the what?
Fought through the storm.
Fought through the storm, which is adversity, right?
Yes.
You fought through the adversity. Now your grades is high. You get A's and B's now. You see, when you fight through something, man, and you can come out on top, right? Because I know, like, leaving one school in the beginning of the school year and going to another school, that can be tough because the other schools, like, they already in the flow of things. You know, friends is already made. Teachers are, starting to get a feel for how kids are, and you just coming back, and it can be tough. You know, especially you didn't want to leave your old school, huh? To go to the school, right? Mm-hmm. So I know that was tough on you mentally, man, but it was just adversity, man. Mm-hmm. And you fought through it. Now look at you. You done made the basketball team. Because you had to try out to make the team, right?
Yeah.
And you try out, and what happened?
I made the team.
You made the team. So you continuing to fight through the adversity that life puts in front of you, man. And life is always going to have adversity. But what did I tell you yesterday? You always got to be on what mode?
Go mode.
Go mode. Like, no matter what life puts in front of me, I'm going. I'm fighting through it. I'm continuing to go. We don't, when adversity comes in front of us, we don't do what?
Don't give up.
We don't give up. We don't get so defeated that we don't want to move forward. always on what mode?
Go mode.
Go mode. Alright. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in for episode 2 of the Reau and Reaudy podcast. The next one, we're going to try to do it live. So you guys can comment as we talk about what's going on in me and Reaudy's life. The sports dad just trying to get this guy right here to the top of the mountain at whatever he is in, right?
Yes.
Alright, so, eventually we'll add more topics to the discussion, like video games and stuff like that, but we're not talking about video games right now because he's on video game and YouTube punishment. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Yeah, you're on video game and YouTube punishment, but that's okay. It's just more adversity, right?
Yeah.
Adversity that I put in front of you this time. So, but you're doing a good job, man, as far as taking your punishment. You're off of YouTube and video game punishment February the 21st, so just hang in there. Maybe we could talk about it. Maybe I can trim that down by a couple days or something. I know you asked me earlier today.
February 15th.
No, it's the 21st. I put it in my phone. Yeah, I put it in my phone, bro.
Can you change it back to the 14th?
Can I change it back to the 14th?
Yes.
Well, we're just going to take it one day at a time, and I might be able to hook you up. I might be able to do something for you.
Okay.
But you just asked me earlier if I can trim that time down, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What'd I say?
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. All right?
All right.
All right. But that's it for episode 2. Thank you for tuning in to the Reau and Reaudy podcast. Until next time, hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and support the channel and the podcast in that way. You can also follow him on Instagram at Reaudy, aka Young Nuke. And you can also, we got the Instagram. We don't got TikTok. Or did you make your TikTok yet?
Yeah, I have TikTok, but it's like the kids' version.
It's the kids' version. Well, you can follow us on Instagram. Like I said, I'm the sports dad on Instagram. He's Reaudy, aka Young Nuke. A lot of his football highlights and stuff like that is on there. And until our next podcast, peace.
Peace.